when you spend time here and you see the dilapidated theatre and the disused train lines and the abandoned factories, you do get this feeling that Kabwe has seen brighter days and is now wallowing, lolling, has very little going on for its residents. Two main problems that have affected Kabwe. Firstly, it's post-industrialisation, so you have factories and mines that have just closed down almost overnight and left a whole generation of people unemployed. Secondly, the AIDS epidemic came in and just wiped out a whole generation of parents. So you have left youth vulnerable, abandoned, without any prospects of work. The problems facing Kabwe are so clearly on display down in the compound Makalulu. You have so many people unemployed. You have these children, maybe 8 or 9 per house. One might be going to school. The rest of the children, you don't even know whether they're staying with a grandmother or an auntie. You've got women queuing up to get water in the morning. Walking through, the people are lovely and so friendly, but then you just have this feeling of hopelessness. Because you're looking at the children thinking, 1 in 8 of you is going to school, and you know, what's going to come of it? What are your opportunities? Even if you get through school, what are the opportunities here? We're not the biggest advocates of aid here with the Ethical Volunteer, but talking to people here in Kabwe, I can see that it is needed in a sense here. Because while you shouldn't be promoting a handout culture, there are basics that are needed: education and health. And even in my country, all over America and Australia and Ireland, I would think that governments, private institutions fund schools, fund healthcare. And here, as we've been told by so many people working in these areas, without education, the children will not be able to better themselves. Without healthcare, how will the children be able to make it to adulthood and be productive members of society? So there is a huge need to help at that basic level. But on the other side, that's not all. So that's that basic level, but what this town really needs is employment. So there is a huge need for investment. Foreign investment, local investment, whatever, opportunities, employment. That's what's really, really needed in the long term. But to get those kids up to that level, to be able to be employable, they need to be healthy and they need schooling. So as a volunteer, what's to be done here? Well, if you have a background in education or a background in healthcare, there are so many opportunities here for you. We sometimes get given out to because we pick the beautiful places. We don't pick the places, we pick projects. We come to visit projects, and Kabwe may not be, well, on the tourist map. It's not the most picturesque of towns, but it's friendly and it's safe. The projects here are really well set up, really well coordinated, and there's a real need for people with skills, commitment, enthusiasm. And as a volunteer, you can be of benefit here, you can make a difference here, and at the end of the day, I mean, that's what it's all about, right?